Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Vanderbilt Commodores taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Commodores will kick it away to start us off. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. On first down, here comes this offense. The give to the fullback. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Making sure the fullback gets a touch there. Good pickup there, 5 or 6.
Yeah, and he's a north-south runner. You just give this guy a little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets upfield quickly. And that guy is hard to bring down.
Give to the back. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. From the gun, the running back has it. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll give it to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. 3rd down, and they'll try the jet sweep. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
You know, in the running game, there's a lot of ways that you can attack a defense. You can do it conventionally with running backs, and we're seeing more and more teams use the quarterback in the RPO game and zone reads. But I love when you sprinkle in a little jet sweep. Use the athleticism of your wide receivers to help you go get first downs.
Handoff to the single running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Florida!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Makes the quick grab.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
And on second down for this offense. A designed run for the quarterback. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. It's Blue. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Kennedy. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jason, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Plows through the defense. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes his connection. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And the Commodores trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable 3rd and long situation.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. They go to the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Give it to the guy with no neck, 2 chin straps, oversized shoulder pads, the big burly fullbacks. Those guys are awesome. They're kind of a dying breed in college football, but you love seeing them get the pigskin, fall forward, and hit anybody in their way.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
The give to the fullback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Loss of 4. Now, 4th down.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. The offense set for a first down play. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Anytime a blitz gets home that fast, I'm going to call it a lot, okay? I'm going to use this one time and time again until they find some answers to how we got that linebacker to the quarterback that fast.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Play action on first down. Makes the catch. It's Maynard. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Right back to the well. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Makes a grab enough for the 1st. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Snapped it in the shotgun. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
On second down, looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man on the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. And the try is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Gators decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
The Vanderbilt offense will take over 1st and 10.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Fortunately, ended up losing yards.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Scanning the field, it's Morton. They're going to let it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or... listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll take another shot here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And you can tell all eyes on this team. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game, and you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan in the
He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 10, running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty, wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so at the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Leaves it with the back. Finds a crease at the 20. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Gators! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. North Carolina is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 26 over Florida State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. This quarterback part of their running game. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off balance with that play call.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps away. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked up.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz. But because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete downfield. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time. Right now it's coming up on 3rd down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the 4th quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's McNabb.
The bad news, he didn't get the 1st down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have 1 timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Maynard. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football to try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now.
Timeout, Florida.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got it! They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. He's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's second down, incomplete pass, go to third down. We need to go for it on fourth down. This offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on fourth and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Vandy.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down on the clock?
And they'll try to win it right here with the 2-point conversion, and this crowd is electric trying to stop them. The pass is incomplete, and the big gamble to try to win it right here moment goes awry. They're still down by 1.
13.
First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. That is the exclamation point, and they remain perfect. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So, David, to your point, just keep getting better every single week moving ahead. And this team could be in the college football playoff discussion.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.